Your loved one died while in the hospital and you suspect that malpractice might have been the cause. How do you prove that? Want to know what I'm getting at here? Stay with me as I share with you this very important information. Hello, I'm Marcus Boston, and I am a medical malpractice and childbirth injury attorney practicing law here in the state of Maryland. And I would like to quickly talk with you today about some really important information. And this information deals with when a loved one has passed while in the hospital and you suspect that malpractice was the cause of everything. To be able to prove cases like this in the state of Maryland, you need medical experts. And these medical experts will have to testify for you as to the standard of care that was owed to your loved one at the time and whether the treating doctors may have fell below that standard of care, causing the injury or the harm or the death of your loved one. This is very important that you have to understand this, because your expert will have to be willing to say this, will have to be willing to give that opinion as to this. And like I said, not only will they talk about the standard of care, that doctor must have fell below that standard of care, causing the harm or the damage to your loved one. That is, in a nutshell, essentially how we prove these types of cases in the state of Maryland. Now, I want to go one step further with this short video, because I also want to let you know how you can protect yourself or protect that claim going forward. And how you can do that is when your loved one dies in the hospital and, like I said, you think that malpractice might have been the cause, you need to make sure that you get an autopsy. Yes, that's right, an autopsy. Now you've got to understand that the hospital or the chief medical examiner's office, they may not on their own just automatically perform an autopsy. That has to be something that you have to request. And if the hospital, or like I said, if the medical examiner's office will not perform it, you have to be ready to be able to pay on your own for a private pathologist to handle the autopsy for you. A lot of people do not know that the hospital may not do that autopsy for you, and they're not aware that they can hire their own private pathologist to do an autopsy for them. So you may be asking yourself, why is this autopsy important? Well, remember, I said earlier that to prove these cases, you have to be able to show that the treating doctor or medical professional fell below the standard of care owed to your loved one, causing the harm, the injury, the damages. Causing the harm, the injury, or the damages. These autopsies are important because they can help you out with causation. They can put the pieces together sometimes to help you understand what caused your loved one to pass. So that's why autopsies are important when we're talking about cases like this. So why have I taken the time today to talk with you about this really important information? Because I'm trying to give you insight into this process. I'm trying to help you understand medical malpractice cases in the state of Maryland and some of the critical issues that are present when we are talking about bringing cases like this. If you have more questions, maybe you're watching this video right now because your loved one was in the hospital when they died, and you have specific questions about what was going on at the time, or you suspect that malpractice might have caused your loved one to pass away. If you have these types of questions, this is what I invite you to do. And remember, it costs you absolutely nothing to take this next action. And what is that action? To pick up the phone and give me a call. I could be reached at 301-850-4832, or if you prefer, you can send me an email to medicalinjury@bostonlawllc.com. I answer Maryland medical malpractice, childbirth injury, and wrongful death questions just like yours all the time, and I'll be happy to take some time and listen to your story. All right, that's going to be it for today's quick educational video. Again, I'm Marcus Boston, and I'm one of the medical malpractice and childbirth injury attorneys here at Boston Law Group LLC. We will see you next time. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day.